Hi boys, how's it going, and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore Season 2. In today's video we will be completing the penultimate part of the void we are creating in the Nether realm by covering the entire bedrock ceiling in black concrete. Sounds fairly simple, right? Well, that is where you're wrong, and also stupid. In order to fill in this ceiling, we will need to create a platform across the whole top of it, so that I can easily place the blocks without having to worry about falling down to my death. This platform is going to be made out of leaf blocks to avoid any mob spawns, because I've already made that mistake before and I am not doing that again. Once this is set up, it should be fairly easy to fill in the ceiling. It shouldn't take too long. Now this platform will only require, let me just check, 125,000 leaf blocks. 125,000. Oh, stupid idea was this? What the fuck? So I've actually already made a start on this. I think I made a start on it when some of the bombers were still running in the Nether, when we were doing the removing all the lava from the floor. So I have a decent amount to get me started, but I have a feeling it is not going to get me very far at all. Yeah. This is a hefty task, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is... setting up this whole project has just been tedious part after tedious part, but I'm going to keep pushing myself through this because I have some really cool ideas for the project once we have the box complete. We've just got to do the floor and the ceiling now. That's it. 2 more things. This has taken well over a year now. 2 more steps to go. It's going to look fucking awesome once it's done. What I am also going to need to do is remove some of the ceiling I had already placed down quite a while ago now, because it's not actually correct. See, the issue is, yes, I could just place concrete on the top there and that would be fine, but you can see all these massive gaps up here. We want to create a mob-free zone. Mobs can just spawn on there and sit up there and just cap off the mob cap, because, you know, well, I'm going to be putting some farms down here. I think I want to put a wither skeleton farm in. I want to put a blaze farm in. I might move a piglin farm on top of this area because it'll be super juiced. So what we've actually got to do is we've got to fill in the ceiling and these little gaps all with netherrack as well. That is another task that I'm going to have to do to get this roof done. Yes. So we're going to be placing about maybe over 100,000 of leaves, netherrack, and then black concrete. Oof. This is turning into quite a big task actually now. Well, that is the first set of reserves I had for leaf blocks, and it's actually not gone that far. Oh my god. Yeah. That was a lot, man. It's done like, I don't even know if that's a quarter. I feel like it's less than a quarter. Okay. Well, we've got to head back into the overworld now, and we've got to go and mine some leaf blocks. Now, you're probably asking the question, okay, Scoop, you're obviously not going to mine it all by hand, so what cool farm are you going to make in order to get all these leaf blocks you need? I'm mining it all by hand. There's not really a farm you can make to gather leaf blocks, so you kind of have to do it manually, like the good old days. Not this redstone farm shit. I'm sure there is a farm, but it's probably far too complicated for my beta brain, so we're just going to do this 125,000 times. I do love me a little bit of deforestation. Let me tell you something. One of my favorite pastimes. I've got a bigger carbon footprint than Taylor Swift, and that is saying something. I definitely will by the time this project's over. There's no point getting bogged down by all this negativity about, you know, how we have to... I don't want sympathy. I came up with this idea. All I can do is kind of get my head down and get this done as quickly as possible. With the leaf platform all done, it's time to move on to phase 2 of this plan to do the ceiling, which is to fill in the gaps with netherrack. As you can see, like, we've just got to fill in all these gaps because mobs can potentially just spawn in them and just stay there forever. I found that pretty frequent when I originally created the ceiling. That's why I decided to do it again, because it's just not going to work if I want to try and maximize the amount of mobs I can spawn in the farms that I include in the project. So we got to go get a massive amount of netherrack, which, to be fair, should be, I would hope, is pretty readily available. Just from poking my head out of this, out of the box here. So should be fairly easy to gather it up. It's just gonna, again, take a little bit of time to do. Because I've got to do exactly this. What is it? 500 times? Go along here, make sure there's no gaps. So, yeah, not... Again, this is an episode of tedious tasks. It's just placing 125,000 of 3 different blocks. Why do I do this to myself? So I made a decent start here, but I am fresh out of netherrack already. So it's time to head into the nether and... Oh, I missed one. Well, that's not very good. Yeah, we're gonna have to really double check it. I mean, I guess we'll kind of double check it when we're placing the concrete, because it will be pretty obvious when we're placing concrete on top of the netherrack bits, so that should be fine. But as I was saying, it's time to head into the nether. I think we're probably just going to find... I don't know where... Because we're going to need loads, and I want it to be relatively safe. We could just dig underground and just mine out a massive area underground. That's probably going to be the best method. So this is actually one of the old areas that I mined in to look for ancient debris. So it's the perfect little place already set up for me just to do this back and forwards again and again. Should be fairly simple. I'm not too worried. There's just a few things I need to watch out for, like lava pools that might just appear in front of me as I mine away a piece of netherrack. That's what was a bit of a concern. And if I manage to somehow go into a soul sand valley, a bunch of skeletons spawning in and trying to kill me. Same with the hoglins? Yeah, the hoglins as well, if I go into one of those biomes. I mean, we are going to need a lot of this, so this is going to be me for quite a while. Pause, champ. Pause, champ. And we are ready to place 125,000 black concrete. Oh, I made this so much harder for myself. I just didn't anticipate or even think about this when I got rid of the entire load of netherrack at the roof of the Nether when we blew it up originally. I didn't even think that we were going to have to work on the ceiling again. I don't know why. I think I just got too excited to blow stuff up. I think the male urge of blowing something up just... it just overcame me. But we're here now. We're done. Now we've just got to gather enough black concrete to place 125,000 of it on the ceiling. So time to head back home. We need to take a quick look at what supplies I have of sand, gravel and black dye, because I have a feeling that I have fuck all of any of it. Moment of truth here. Sand, nothing. Gravel, oh, perfect. Just the right amount of gravel. No, it's nowhere near the amount of gravel or sand we need, obviously. I swear I had at least a little bit left over. I guess not. More mining. So we've got to mine, what's half? Well, 125,000 blocks in total. Half of that gravel, half of that sand. It's a hell of a lot of mining again. This is a real grindy episode, I'm not gonna lie. To be fair, most of setting up this project has been pretty grindy episodes. Like, it's been really hard to make videos out of them. I'm not gonna lie. I hope they've been enjoyable, but I've really struggled editing them. Oh no, we have sand in there. Okay. We have a little bit of sand then. Of course we do, because we mined all of the floor up when we were filling in the floor with sand. So we do actually have a decent amount of sand in those chests over there. More gravel I think I need. But as I was saying, I hope you guys have been enjoying it. It's been really difficult trying to make episodes out of these. So guys, today I mined gravel. Most of these episodes have been 20-25 minutes long, but I just want you to know that's hundreds of hours worth of footage to get to that point. Oh, we have fuck tons of sand. We might actually need no sand. We might just need lots of gravel. Okay. Alright. That's fairly easy then. It's not so bad. The only issue is I can't recall if I actually have a good gravel mining point somewhere. I feel like we completely got rid of all of the biomes with gravel in that I found when we were last collecting it up for concrete. Gonna have to go and have a little bit of an explore around, I reckon. So hopefully this should put us out where we were collecting gravel from last time. It just looks like a stony hill, but no, that massive hole had gravel in it. So yeah, this was where I was collecting gravel from. It looks pretty barren now. Oh, there's a little bit here. Is that gravel? Yeah, there's more gravel over there. Okay. There's some. There's not a whole lot, though. Okay, we're probably going to have to find somewhere else, but for the time being, I think it's time to get my trusty shovel out and start picking up these pebbles. Ooh, and after many, many hours and 125,000 black concrete being placed, it is done. We have our ceiling. Now it is time to remove all the scaffolding. I'm going to try and gather as much of it up as I can. However, I think the fact that the ground beneath is so uneven, it's all bedrock, it might be quite difficult to try and attempt to gather it all up. but I am gonna give it a go. I can't even see where the end is. I think we're... Well, the grass... The blocks have changed, so I think we're near the end. Yeah, I can see the back corner. It is already super, super trippy. And all of the leaf blocks that I collected now have to be destroyed. Rest in peace, my netherite hoe once again. I'm trying to collect up as much of this as I can, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I think it's just too difficult to gather it all up, and it's a massive waste of time. I mean, I've already spent about 10 minutes trying to gather some of this stuff up, and I can already see some of the stuff we started mining first is already despawned. I think I'm just gonna have to cause one a loss and just, you know, accept that the 125,000 leaf blocks that I did mine are going to be sacrificed to the bedrock gods on the floor, because ain't no way I'm doing this for 125. No, not even 125. Well, how many rows is it? It's was it 500 rows worth of this? We did 3 here, and I'm already spent like 10 minutes. Oh, look, you can see they're desspawning. Nah, no way. Not happening. It's just a waste of my time. I've got better things to do, man. Like, I don't know, start on the floor, maybe? I keep opening up my inventory and thinking what the hell's happened to my skin. You probably noticed that in the last clip as well, because my skin was just the classic Alex skin or whatever it is. Is it called Alex? I don't know. I've just moved house. Or, when I filmed this, I just moved house. I've actually been living here for like 6 months now. But at the time I had no Wi-Fi, so that's why I'm dressed like that. For some reason, which I didn't know this, but they pull your skin from the internet, not like locally. Which to me is just bizarre. I thought for sure they just pull it locally, like on your computer if you have a skin saved, but apparently not. So that's why that is like that. Anyway, enough stalling. We're going to get on with these leaves, and I'm not going to save you the bother of watching me do this over and over again, as you've already had enough time watching me place them, as well as placing all the concrete. So, 3, 2, 1. Pretty damn quick, right? Let me collect up these leaves and let's take a good look at this place, man. Actually, I should probably get rid of this thing. But while I'm getting rid of this, oh my god, it looks so fucking stupid, dude. This is insane. This took a long time to do. Just doing the roof, it was, wow, it was painful. But with there, we've done it. There's just one big last step to do, which is the floor, which that's a lot of resources. Because not only do we need to cover it in concrete, but we also need to cover it in 125,000 worth of black glass. So I need to place 250,000 worth of blocks next episode. Right, so that's the end of this series. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm cancelling it. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Why do I do it to myself? Because I love the game. That's why. And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please drop a like and subscribe if you are new around here. I actually moved during the filming of this video, so that's why it's kind of built all over the place. So please excuse me for that. Yeah, it's a bit of a messy one. But I put a lot of work into it, even though it's just me placing blocks over and over and over again. There's no real proper storyline or, you know, structure. But if you did enjoy, please drop a like. And I will catch you guys in the next one. See you later.